So I saw a tarantula today and a tarantula hawk. I thought I was being stalked by like giant megafauna. I was like, what the fuck? Because first I was on this trail and I saw the giant fucking wasp with the biggest wasp you ever see. And it was kind of like, it was walking and like possibly limping along, which is good news for the tarantula. In retrospect, I should have stepped on it. Maybe that's controversial. In the
Why would you say something so
tarantula,
controversial yet so
well, I'll
brave?
explain why it's controversial in a second. Then 2 seconds later, I saw this giant beetle, which like wasn't that giant, but it was like pretty big, like but I've seen those before. And then when I was coming back down the trail, so honestly, in retrospect, impossible to tell how far apart geographically the tarantula and the tarantula wasp were. I saw a tarantula like on the trail, and I was like, oh my god, I didn't realize they like lived here. And then I was like, my suspicions were aroused at that point about the fucking wasp, but I looked it up and it is in fact a tarantula wasp, which I didn't know like lived in America. But apparently they live on every continent except for Europe and Antarctica.
How are they on Asia but not?
Europe, I have literally no idea. Maybe there's no tarantulas. I don't know because Europe's managed to kill all of its fucking animals. I
Uh,
don't know.
Europe managed to kill its megafauna. I want to emphasize you did use the term megafauna earlier,
These are
and
the megafauna of
tarantulas.
insects, so fucking giant. Anyway, then I was reading some tarantula subreddits to see if it's possible to like save the tarantula once it's been stung. And it is theoretically possible if it's just paralyzed and the wasp hasn't yet dragged it back to its lair to lay its eggs on it and make it a live feeding host for its larva. Right? Isn't that so? And if you like, because they can survive for a long time without food. So if you keep it in like a dark, safe place and like give it drops of water from like a cotton swab, but then there was like people on there being like, and I just can't believe that there's people who come on here and say that they would step on any wasp they see because that's just as bad as, when people say that they would step on your tarantula if they saw it. And, they're just animals trying to live their lives and make it to the next generation and whatever nature. And I was like, whatever. Like, I don't know. Honestly, objectively, it's one of the most evil animals. Like, I'm sorry, you don't need to make it to the next generation. Like, get out of here.
Wasps are evil. Wasps like
No, but
actively
like this
seek out
specific wasp, would
fights.
you know about this? This has haunted my brain for years. They literally they sting the tarantula. It's paralyzed for up to like 8 months. Like we don't even know how long it can stay
Oh,
paralyzed.
Jesus
They drag it
Christ.
back to its lair, lay their eggs on it, and then their larvae eat them, starting with the least necessary tissue first, so that it stays alive as long as possible. Yeah, isn't that so horrible? Yeah, I'm sorry. I should have fucking stepped on it. Like I don't care.
You should
That
have.
is that is objectively worse than like an animal that just like eats its prey.
You know what I'm picturing? I'm picturing, in Lord of the Rings,
And any wasp you see has already done that, and then it's trying to perpetuate the cycle. So
I'm picturing Frodo in Lord of the Rings when he gets like paralyzed by that spider and he's just like wrapped in the
I know, and it's like, come
fucking.
on. I guess spiders kind of do that too, don't they? Huh? But I don't think
Yeah, but they
tarantulas do
kind of
that.
eat it. Do they save it?
Yeah,
They don't lay their larva.
there's something worse about the larva part of it, but like I don't think it lasts that long. Like it can last a really, really long time. Like it's horrible. Anyway, I don't know if anyone has any different takes on the ethics of that, but like I just feel like objectively, the adults only drink nectar. But it's like, why couldn't you just like teach your kids to do that? Bad parenting. But right, isn't that so horrible?
Bad bug
So, but like
parenting.
good to know if you see it like a paralyzed tarantula, you can theoretically save it if you're willing to bring it into your home and give it a dark place and give it droplets of water from a cotton swab. I mean, they
Huh.
still might have, yeah, some like I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like they haven't studied the like long-term effects of like tarantula comas, essentially.
What do you mean?
Well, like, you know how humans who are in comas for a really long time,
Yeah,
like, there's a lot
right.
of adverse health effects to like coming
Right.
out. You
No,
gotta
they
like
definitely
learn.
the tarantula can apparently still have some like nerve damage, but it's also possible for it to make a full recovery. So
Oh, how long do tarantulas live?
I think a long time. I'll look at, I mean, there's lots of different species, but I
I mean,
thought
what's
my
a
guess
long
right now, off
time?
the top of
Because
my
like a
head, is like a
bug.
12 to 15 years. I'm guessing it's like a cat.
Yeah, my mind jumped to
Uh,
like 20
yeah,
years.
female tarantulas live for 15 to 30 years, while males live
Yeah.
3 to 7 and often die after
LOL.
they mate. Yikes.
That seems
Yeah,
to be a common
lifespan.
theme with spiders is that they like the boys die. Honestly, I support it. Spiders and hyenas, unappreciated feminist icons. Did you know that it can be actually very bad to like feed pet snakes that like have only been really fed like frozen food or whatever? Like to like pop like a live mouse into their thing can actually like
Really?
hurt the snake because the snake
Why?
doesn't know how to hunt live mice if it's
Oh,
like
well, yeah,
only
that makes
eating
total
dead
sense. Like the
ones.
hunting part can harm it. Yeah, that makes total
Well, like
sense.
because the mouse, yeah, the mouse can like fuck up their face, basically.
Well, yeah, no shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, why would anyone think that was a good idea?
I don't know. The same reason that people think it's a good idea to let their cats go outside. It's
Yeah,
natural.
yeah. Yikes.
We may not be doing the Catskill anymore, listener, but we're still advocating for cats on this podcast.
You're not doing a Catskill anymore? The heck?
Listener, I just want to let you know in a secret that I am finding out in real time the confirmation to my suspicion that Rachel hasn't listened to a single of the new episodes, or possibly a single of the episodes that have come out this year, including some of the ones that she is in.
Well, of course I've listened to those. I was on them.
I don't know if that
I listened to
counts.
them in real time.
Anyway, listener, welcome to We Read It One Night, the podcast where we talk about the books that make you want to stay up all night reading. I am Allison, a romance reader and former book editor, and I am rejoined by
Rachel.
Would you like to say anything more about that?
No. I'm your sister. Romance reader.
I co-founded this podcast. I used to host this up until this year. I host
co-founder and former co-host.
Right. I think that is the word. Listen, everybody has been bad at introducing themselves, even when I prepare them in advance that they were going to have to introduce
Never prepare me
themselves.
for it in advance.
Yeah, I know.
We never used to do this.
But I'm saying everyone that I have had on, even when I prepare them before in advance, I'm like, just letting you know, I'm going to be like, I'm going to welcome to the podcast. I'm going to say, today I'm joined by, and then I'm going to point to you, and you're going to say your thing. And
I'm
every
just saying,
time,
you never told me this.
every time you said your name after so much prompting. It's like you had forgotten it. Like you had forgotten
Speaking of names, I need a poll on if people know how to pronounce the name spelled Niamh. My instinct was that about 50% of people know, and so far from polling people I know, that's been about like correct. But I don't know. I doubt that like my friends and
Are you
family who happen
asking
to
me?
respond in an hour time frame. I know that you know. But like be truthful. It doesn't matter if you don't. I mean, lots of people don't know, obviously, but I thought it was about 50-50. And I feel like it's like a name that like, yeah, people about, some people might not know how to pronounce it, but once they know how to pronounce it, it's like easy
Like
to
Siobhan.
pronounce. Yeah, like Siobhan or Saoirse. Anyway, so yeah, I'm curious. Phone in.
Rachel's crawled out of the abyss of her busy life to come to celebrate the fourth anniversary of the podcast. We're 4 years old. We're going to preschool, which for me was a
Woo!
traumatic start to my educational experience because I was taught by Catholic nuns who disliked me for not being Catholic. So
Oh, come on.
maybe, you know what? She bullied me probably also because I was autistic and I just sat in the
Yeah, I
corner
was
and
gonna
counted
say.
beans.
I think that might be.
But yeah, I've already introduced about it. So I've lured Rachel back, listener, by promising her that we could talk. We spent a whole episode talking about Taylor Swift.
You wanted to
This
do
was part of
that.
yes, and it was part of my master plan. I was like, okay, I want Rachel to come back for the fourth anniversary episode. What is the best way to lure her back? Enable her to talk about something that she'd probably already spent half the episode talking about anyway. So better late than never. Like this episode's coming out like a month after the release. We're talking about the life of a showgirl. We
We
are
were on an international flight when it came out.
two lowly showgirls talking
Very
about
sad.
the life of a showgirl album by Taylor Swift, which is proving to be a very controversial album.
Controversial? You call it controversial? Or do you just mean like
No, no,
people
not
don't
just
like
no,
in
not
like
just because.
likes and dislikes?
Oh, you haven't seen like there are people being like some of the people are like, oh, like certain merch that she's releasing is like Nazi dog whistles
What? That's
and
that's a
like that
conspiracy
like
theorist,
opalite.
like
No, no, I mean,
literally.
I was like, guys, no. Like I did make a whole TikTok. I finally saw one too many of those videos and I was like, okay, I need to sit down. It's a lot. You can dislike the album and you can dislike Taylor Swift's a billionaire and so like I don't feel the need to defend
Hmm.
her, but
Well,
I'm like
yeah.
you got to be intentional with your criticism, guys. It's actually like really important to be like literate.
Yeah, I know. Literacy is at an all-time low because they got rid of phonics. Do you know about that?
Yes, but some people are bringing it back.
I know, like Texas apparently. It's like become weirdly political.
They're hooking the kids back on phonics. Although speaking of
Crazy.
literacy and Taylor Swift, the Eloisa James slash Mary Bly, Shakespeare professor and romance author,
Hmm.
made like a bunch of videos about Taylor Swift like referencing Ophelia, like Hamlet and The Fate of Ophelia, and
Hmm.
like Wood and like the song Wood, which is just like one big dick joke, and like no, but she was like really like she
Yeah,
was like, listen, I actually really like what she did with like The Fate of Ophelia. Like this
I
is like blah blah
know.
blah.
It's
Blah.
gonna
And
be
then
like
she was like,
reputation. No one appreciates it at its time, except for
and
me
then and she was like, Wood,
and
she
you.
was like, listen, Shakespeare is one big dick joke. So like
Right.
I don't know why everyone's complaining.
Yeah, listen.
She's like, this is it. She's exactly following this tradition of Shakespeare. So let's get in. All right, listeners. So we're going to talk
Okay.
about the thoughts on the album, and we're also going to recommend some romance books that we think fit with the vibe of each
For each
song.
song. Okay.
And Rachel, I want to let you know that I did, in fact, listen to some of the lyrics in
Well,
doing
no
this.
shit.
It wasn't just vibes. A lot of times it's just vibes for me. We've been over
What?
this. It's been
So
very,
you
it's
don't listen, you don't
mostly
hear the, you don't look up
I
the
mean, I
lyrics?
hear the lyrics, but I'm saying like I did like I'm like, oh wait, what does she say about that? To like really come up with some crisp recommendations.
Well, yeah, I would hope so.
Okay, but we've had this discussion many times that
A
I'm like
cold
not
star on your forehead. Yeah.
putting that English degree to work, I see.
Hmm. Wait, I just have to respond to Dad because he said they're both predators. I'm on the hawk side with a tarantula. So, the fate of Ophelia. We're not starting off strong with me for this one. I didn't have like a great fit.
Okay, go.
No, you first.
No,
Because
you
mine's not very
first.
good for this one. It's not very good.
No, I want to
You
hear
go
your
first.
first. First.
No, did you not come up with books?
I did. I came up with actually two for each of them
I
because
came up
some
with
of
two
them
for
are
some of
books that
them.
I know that you've read. And so I was like, in case she
Hmm.
says the same one, I'll have a backup.
Oh, okay. I don't know. This is kind of a throwaway. I put the love hypothesis just because she's like so dramatic and she's like, oh, I'm alone TM, even though she like does have friends. That's how she would think of it.
If you're gonna do drama, you should have done fucking Love on the Brain because it's just the way
No,
to
because
end.
I already had that for like
Oh
two other
yeah.
ones. No, you're right. Like that one also drama TM.
I'm currently listening to Allie Hazelwood's like werewolf book, her like Omega-verse
Hmm.
book.
Yeah, I realized there's like a couple of her books I haven't read, which is crazy because I
I
really
definitely
thought I was
told
like
you
keeping
about.
up. She was just so prolific for a while there.
All right, so you had the love hypothesis just because she's dramatic. She
Yeah, I couldn't think of
don't-
I couldn't think I didn't have a great one for
Okay.
that, but I wanted to like use the love hypothesis. I don't know.
All right. Okay. So I have I guess I'll say both of mine. Both of them hinge on like on the song as the whole, but also the phrase like nobleman's daughter.
Hmm.
So A Rogue by Any Other Name by Sarah McLean, which is kind of a
Nice.
Hades and Persephone, but it literally starts out with him like kidnapping her and being like, when do you
Right,
get
right.
married?
Right. Yeah, nice.
She's like a literal like
Yeah, no, I'll give you
nobleman's
that. That's a
daughter
good
who's
fit.
like been like disgraced or whatever. Like,
Right. Wasn't she the one who was like married before? Is that the one? Am I
no, no,
thinking of the
no.
wrong
She was
one?
engaged to the hero of Sarah McLean's third book.
Hmm.
And then like he like throws her off to like marry the
Hmm.
heroine. And so like this is like her happy ending. So it was
Okay.
like that. It's like I've had bad,
Okay.
whatever. And that's listen to like a gambling club is the first in her like casino
Oh, good
series.
gift.
And
Yeah.
then the second one I have is Love You a Latka by Amanda
Mm.
Elliott. And it's like a small town, like they're planning like a Hanukkah festival, but like
Hmm.
the whole like premise is like they're the only two Jews in this like town who like naturally have to team up because like the town wants to have like a festival that like draws in tourists, but like they can't compete with the
Mm.
other Christmas festivals. So they're like, let's do a Hanukkah
Mm.
festival. And then
Mm.
she's like, okay, but like we can't just like put a Star of David on Santa Claus. Like this needs to actually
Hmm.
be about Hanukkah. But
Hmm.
she's like living kind of in exile from like her parents are like big, like rich, like New York City, like in the Jewish community. And she's like out of that world. She's like, I can't handle like the pressures of that world. So he's rescuing her.
Okay. Nice. Okay. Second one, Elizabeth Taylor.
I actually like the song.
Yeah. What do you actually like this song? You don't like the other
Well, you
songs?
said you didn't really like The Fate of Ophelia, and I was saying
Oh, I do like
I was
it. No, I
responding to
do.
that.
No, I do like it.
Oh, well, remember when we first listened to this, all I heard, because you were on the other side of the room, all I heard was her saying Taylor over and over again. I was like, why does she keep saying her fucking name?
Oh,
I did not realize she was saying Elizabeth
I
Taylor.
did not even connect that. That's so funny.
All I heard was like Elizabeth Taylor. And I was
Why are
like,
you just saying her
okay. I was
name?
like, okay.
Wait, that's
Like, I
really
mean,
funny.
she's said her name in songs before.
I actually saw a video today. Who knows if this is true? Where she was like, "Oh, I someone sent me a clip of like Elizabeth Taylor's son saying that like if there was anyone in the modern day who like I don't know, just like has the same like vibe or like influence as like
Star
his
power.
mom or I don't know, like whatever it is, yeah, like presence, it would be her." And that's when she was like, "Oh, I want to like write a song about it,
Yeah, maybe.
about using this."
But yeah, I thought she was just saying her name over. I was like, okay, this is a choice. Why are you doing this? I will say I didn't select any historicals for
I
this
really didn't either.
or
Oh, for this
specifically like
one.
old schools.
Hmm.
Oh, well, no, obviously I did select historicals. I
Right,
literally
you
just
just
like
did. Yeah, you're
recommended
right. I
one.
know.
No,
Yeah.
no, for Elizabeth Taylor, I specifically know like old schools, like pre 2000s,
Mm.
which is a mistake because in the chorus, Taylor Swift literally says the phrase "cry my eyes violet,"
Hmm.
which I didn't realize until yesterday when I was like giving myself a refresh of the album. But to be fair, I did not hear that lyric until yesterday.
Hmm. Are you
But
kidding?
Elizabeth Taylor is known as like as having quote
Yeah.
unquote like violet eyes, like that's her
Right.
like
Yeah, of
thing.
course.
But like violet-eyed heroine is so old school historical. Like that's like
Oh.
the mark. Like every heroine has red hair and violet eyes, like
Mm.
in historical. And so I like I really felt when I like finally heard that lyric for the first time, I was like, damn it, I dropped the ball. I'm sorry, listener, I dropped the ball.
So what did you pick?
So okay, so first of all, this isn't technically a romance, but the Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I
Yeah, I
just feel
was
like
thinking of that, but I didn't put it because it wasn't a romance.
you
Yeah,
can't talk about Elizabeth Taylor song about Elizabeth Taylor without talking about
sure.
that book. But
Yeah.
then I also did the Intimacy Experiment by Rosie Danon because that
Mm.
is a book about, and we've done an episode about it. It's a former sex worker slash porn star and a rabbi. It's a
Okay.
better version of the Netflix show Nobody Wants This.
Okay.
And she is like always like she's obviously had many quote unquote lovers like and like people don't like take her seriously and
Hmm.
she's like will it be forever, you know what I mean, like nobody wants to commit 'cause
Right,
she's
right, right,
like a
right.
former
Yeah.
sex worker.
Hmm.
No.
Nice. Okay, well, I put Great Big Beautiful Life because I was like, for the same reason that you put Evelyn Hugo, I was like, I feel like this is kind of like
Hmm.
Evelyn Hugo X, but like it is a romance, but it's like, that part of it. And then I also, and I had this one for something later too, but I thought of a better one. Lothair.
Wait, I have
Because
looked there for a different song.
I will Lothair for a different one too. But I was like, honestly, he cries blood, which is like kind of like crying your eyes violet. And he's been number one, but he's never had two. Which I don't really understand. What does that mean? But like I vibes wise, I was like, this feels right. But like what exactly is the pun there? Am I stupid?
Guy's blood, which is fine.
It's kind of like crying
I've
violet.
been well because she's saying she's been number one, I think, but she's never like been part of a two that's like up there at the top with her. Like I think she's saying like all her previous lovers like didn't want to like be in the limelight with her. Like they always like resented her
You think that's what it is?
being number
Okay.
one.
That's fair. I thought she meant like I've never had two lovers at once. Yeah, this also is untrue,
Oh,
but
I mean,
like
she definitely has. She's admitted to having two
right,
lovers at
I know,
once,
yeah.
multiple
Yeah. Feeding
times.
the cheating community. Um but yeah, I don't know. Yeah. I still don't that doesn't quite make sense either.
Well, I saw someone say that like this album, a lot, some of it, and I do somewhat agree with this, that it's the same thing that happens to big authors when you kind of get too big for an editor
Hmm.
and you just kind of like write it. So like it's still like decent
Hmm.
because there's a reason the author is so popular, but like it
Hmm.
very clearly needed an editor. And like that's similar to like some of the lyrics on this album. It's like you needed
Maybe.
someone.
I doubt that, honestly. I feel like she has people that write with her. But
No, I know,
yeah.
but someone was saying like even like listening to the voice notes where like Max Martin and like whatever the other guy's name is would kind of
Yeah.
like be like, "Oh, I don't know about that," and like she wouldn't really like take the
Hmm.
note. Like it seems that
Hmm.
she's run into the problem where she's gotten too big.
Maybe. I mean, it still works. Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe we're just like not understanding it. I
No,
don't
I
know.
mean they're not dreadful. I just think there are places where I'm like I can see I'm like it could have been
I mean, I thought the
tightened.
lyrics were still really good. Oh.
No, no, no. There's some good lines, but there are lines not necessarily like in Elizabeth Taylor, but like just in the album in general where I'm like
Hmm.
this needed like another pass by a different set of eyes. Not to like write it, but to be like, hey, you can be stronger here. Oh my God. You know what, Rachel? I really
I'm
appreciate you
writing.
trying
I'm
so hard
listening.
to not. No, the only reason I noticed, I don't even hear you chewing. It's just very, very fun. Listener, I'll post a screenshot of this.
You better
I'll
not.
post a clip of this on our Instagram. She's just like bending in half so she's not chewing in front of the mic. And you know what? I really do appreciate it.
Yeah, I guess I could just be like, I never had my number two. Like, I never had my like right hand man, my henchman in arms,
Yeah.
henchman in love.
My my himbo, which is what she has now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you know what I do? Listen,
Hmm.
let's consider the fact that Taylor Lautner is the only ex that she has never wrote like a bad song about. He's the only ex that she's apologized to, and I would argue that Taylor Lautner is also a himbo. So
So true. So true.
written in the stars.
Hmm.
She should have identified
Did I send you that? I saw a TikTok by the other Taylor Lautner, his
his
wife.
wife.
Yeah. And it was like, she was like, oh, like, sometimes I'm disappointed that I didn't marry my, childhood crush, Robert Pattinson, but like sometimes there's perks and it's just like a gigantic bathtub of guacamole from Chipotle with like a little Taylor
Why?
Lautner, a little like Jacob Black action figure sitting in it.
What the fuck?
By giant, I mean like the length of my forearm, but like still like not like for a person size, but like
Oh, I was literally picturing like she pans over, she's in her
no,
bathroom, she pans over to her bathtub and it's just filled with I was like,
no,
how do you
that
even
would be a
eat
hate
that
crime.
before
That
it
would
goes
be
bad?
yeah, no, 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 like a bat, like a doll sized bathtub, like a large, like an American Girl doll sized bathtub.
I
Bathtub
see.
for an
Okay,
American girl
I
to
do
bathe in which,
understand.
yeah, in which to bathe your American Girl doll.
They definitely have those. I
I'm sure
definitely
they
remember
do,
seeing that
as
in the
they should.
catalog, or they used to have
Really,
those in the catalog
a
for
full
sure.
size bathroom set.
Yeah, no,
Incredible,
I'm not even joking. Like a full
truly
bathtub.
incredible, as they should.
I remember I also always wanted the like crutches. Like you could like send
I
your doll to be
know. I feel like you had those.
repaired. No. You could like send your doll to be repaired and then like they sent it back and it had like a little like hospital gown and like a get well outfit.
Hmm.
And I always really wanted that, but you only got it if your doll had been repaired.
Okay. Okay. Opalite. I know. I feel like I should have had a better one. I feel like I should have thought of something. There should have been something more on point for Elizabeth Taylor. I think maybe I was just too fixated on the Elizabeth Taylor part, but I should have focused on like the rest of the song. But
Hmm.
anyway, hello there.
What did you do for
Okay.
Opalite?
Funny story by Emily Henry because I don't know, she has her like ex, it's a big part of it. And then there's like that line about like you were in it for real and she was in her phone. And I feel like that's kind of like him and his ex, like Miles and Petra. Cause like
Petra.
funny
Yeah.
story is where they were both like engaged to people or dating people and then that were like best child that left them for their like childhood best friend, which happened to be like the other person's ex. And then they end up like living
Yeah, if you like
together
move
because
in
they've both
together to
been
like, yeah.
like kicked out or like whatever.
Very nice. I'm very excited for the people we meet on vacation movie.
I don't know. My time excitement is tempered by how not great like the Hating Game movie was, but fingers crossed.
We'll see. We'll see.
It's okay, but it wasn't like I've never had the urge to rewatch it, I guess is what I'm
No,
saying.
no, no, no. But I feel like I had a good time while I watched it.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
I was
You're
like,
right.
that
I
was
didn't have a bad
cute.
time. Yeah.
I feel like I didn't expect it to be like
Mm-mm. Smash. Yeah, right
a
away.
Father of the Bride rewatch,
Yeah, I think it's hard
calm.
adapting. Yeah, because I think we talked about this before, but yeah, it's like hard because so much of it, your typical romance novel is like internal. So it's kind of hard to like translate that in like a captivating way to the screen, I guess, right? Like,
Yeah. But I mean, it's possible because there are romantic films. Like the rom-com genre started in film.
yeah, for sure. But like,
You just have to have the right adapter.
Right, but like I don't know, but that I feel like it ends up being it has to end up being like a different thing than the book because I feel like the what makes the most of the books like special is like the you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, especially with first person.
right, like or even not first person, like it's still basically
But
first
it's like how we
person.
were talking about how I have more faith in the ability to adapt the Emily Henry book than the Allie
Right, right,
Hazelwood
right,
book
right,
because
right.
Allie Hayes like is so
Yeah.
much more like internal funny dialogue
Mm-hmm.
is what part makes her book, whereas like Emily Henry's
There's more like
like
yeah,
narration
for
is like
sure.
more neutral.
For sure. Yeah. Okay. What did you put for this
We'll
one?
see. All right, so I put A Love Song for Ricky Wilde by Tia Williams, which is like a magical realism. Takes place in Harlem, New York. Like the heroine, Ricky
She's the one who wrote
Wilde,
the 7 days
7 days
in
in June.
June, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Um, Ricky Wilde is like a florist in New York, and like she meets this guy who like other people forget he's like mysterious, and like it turns out that spoiler, he
It's
is like
cursed, like Addie
immortal.
LaRue.
Yeah, he's like, yes, yes.
Oh.
It's like kind of an Addie LaRue situation. And
Mm-hmm.
he was, you don't find this out till later, so this is a little bit spoiler, listener, but he was cursed by like it was like voodoo magic, like a voodoo witch who like cursed him by like throwing herself off the build a building, like so she
Mm.
did it in like blood magic.
Mm.
Um,
She dead?
but he was also like a player, like he's also like involved. Like it's a very like Addie LaRue situation where
Is
like
she
he's
dead?
like involved.
Is the witch
Yes.
dead?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. She
Wow. He must have
that's
really pissed her off.
yeah. Anyway. But he's yeah, it's an
It's like
Addie
he maybe
LaRue where
deserves to
he's
be
like
cursed.
no, I mean it's explained like but it's also explained like he was like kind of like a playboy and he had like all these other and like now he like after being cursed for like 100 years, he's
Mm.
like
That's what it took.
I
It's like
wouldn't want
beast and
someone
Beauty
to
and the Beast.
remember me.
Oh my God, no shit.
And she's also like I want someone to like take me seriously to like remember me to like because her family does funeral homes. Her
Of
family
course. Why is that such a common trope? That's
has a
such a
funeral
common.
home empire and she's
Of
like that's
course.
not
Like
for me. I
when,
want to do flowers.
well, that is kind of the same thing, isn't it?
But like not I guess not funeral flowers. She's like I am
Interesting.
striking out my own path
A very related industry.
as a florist in Harlem, New York. But it's cool because it
Okay.
has like it's like incorporates like old like Harlem Renaissance like elements to it. That's one
Okay.
of the things I really liked about the book. But then I also have Adam and Evie's Matchmaking Tour by Nora Nguyen, which is about two people who, as you might guess, named Adam and Evie, go on a matchmaking tour in Vietnam.
But I would not have guessed that.
Well, it's called Adam and Evie's Matchmaking Tour.
Right, right,
So
right,
one
right.
would think it's about two people on a matchmaking tour
What is a matchmaking tour?
where it's like using, I guess, like Vietnamese, like horoscope, like kind of like traditional matchmaking techniques. And it's like Adam, his like sister owns the company and he like does like business for it. So like this is like their
Mm,
big inaugural like luxury tour. So like he's like
mm,
going along on the tour to support the
mm,
company. And then Evie gets a big inheritance from her
mm,
deceased grandmother. But as romance novel law works, we all
mm.
know you can't get a big inheritance without an
The
oddly
catch.
specific, obscure requirement to complete. And her
Mm.
requirement is that she goes on this matchmaking tour,
Wait,
on
but
this
still,
like
I'm
luxury
still
matchmaking tour.
confused. Are they making matches? Or are they like being made into a match? Like, are
I
they like the
think, yeah.
subjects
So
or
I think
the?
like it's like a bunch of people go on the tour and all of them have like their own like profile or whatever and then like
Mhm.
the company is like okay so here's people who like here's like the person that we want to match you with or like here's some people we think you'd be compatible with
Like different people in Vietnam.
different people that are on the tour.
Oh,
There's a
okay.
bunch of like
So
international
the
people,
tour
some of them
is
are
like the tour is
Vietnamese.
like incidental. Like the fact that they're traveling around is not like directly related. It's just like something to do while you're being made into a match.
Yes, kind of like a river cruise.
Okay. So it's like
Yeah.
one long speed dating, but like
Yes,
slower.
but like it's all the same people. So like you get to like go
Okay.
on, you can be like, I want to
Like
go on a date with this
a singles trip.
person.
Okay.
Yeah, with like specifically organized by this company, this Vietnamese company who
Mm-hmm.
is
So how is Adam supporting it? Is
matchmaking.
he like part of the, is he one of the
I think he's just like
contestants or
on
like,
the tour because this is like the inaugural tour. So he's just
is
there
he
for
like
like,
helping with it? Is he like working it or
yeah,
like,
kind of like helping with it. But I think he's like also participating in order to show because he's like the only single one. Like his sister's married.
okay,
So like he's got it. He's like showing that they believe in the,
that this could work. Okay.
yeah, and the whatever.
Okay.
Like they have
Okay.
faith in their company.
Okay.
But it's very cute. That just it just felt very like opalite, like oh, it hasn't worked out in the past. Like now we're like meeting each
Mm-hmm.
other. All right,
Good work. Father figure.
father figure. I think this may be my favorite one song on the album,
Really? Your
possibly
favorite song? Oh yeah,
on the
yeah, it's a
album.
good one. Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
really good one. Yeah.
I do love a mafia romance,
Okay.
and I've just now realized I didn't put.
I
Actually,
was
I
about to
kind of
say.
did put a mafia romance. I kind of did. It's not like a traditional mafia romance though. Both of
What
these
is
do
it?
kind of have mafia vibes.
Okay.
So the
What
first
are
one is
they?
Calamity by Constance Faye. It's like sci-fi, like intergalactic mafia families, basically.
Mm-hmm.
There's like the top five families, and like the heroine owns like she is like a scavenger ship. She's kind of like a Han Solo character. She's like exiled from her mafia family, but she gets hired by the hero's mafia family to like do this mission that like they're saying like oh we just want to go we need you just need to go like look at this like far off planet see if there are any
But it's
resources here but
actually
there's
like
obviously like a secret
see
mission
if
and like
there's
the
what here.
hero to see if there's like this valuable resource there like do a
Of
scouting
course,
stuff but
classic,
like they
classic.
send along like their son like one of the sons on her like ragtag team of ragtag trick and obviously they fall in love but it was very like I protect the family fall in love in space mafia galaxy space intergalactic mafia space and the second one all right I need you to be locked in for this because this plot is
Okay,
it's
I'm locked in.
ridiculous
I'm locked in.
it's called To Catch a Raven by Beverly Jenkins
Okay.
and the plot of this book is that these two people team up to steal a copy of the Declaration of Independence.
Nice. When was this written before or after? A copy of it? What do you mean?
It came out like a few years ago. It's a recent book.
Oh,
It's a
okay. I was hoping it would be like
historical.
pre-National Treasure. It was like National
No,
Treasures.
it's a historical.
Wait,
It's Beverly Jenkins.
what do you mean a copy of the National Treasure?
Well,
Of the
because obviously there's not just one declaration of like copy of the declaration. They had to send out, you know what I mean? Like various people had
Oh,
to be able to see that this happened. They didn't
wow.
just send the only
Wait, so
copy to the
where are
King
the
of
other
England.
ones?
They're like collector's things. I don't know. But so like this one was like
Huh.
basically
Wow. So wait, so Nick Cage could have wait. So why was Nicolas Cage so fucking pressed then?
because that was the one that had the map on the back, the map to the treasure.
Oh, but wait, which one is that though? Like, why is that one special?
It's the one in the
Like,
Constitution
how did it
Center or
end? How did
whatever.
it end up being the one that was in the center in
It's a
Constitution
great
Hall?
question, Rachel. I don't know because the founding fathers and the
Yeah, I've never thought of
Freemasons
this. Did they have like a conveyor
conspired.
belt? They have like a conveyor line of
I
like
don't
signatures. Like, did they just go
know.
down? Yeah, they pass it down the line. Did they line up
I also never thought about the fact that there were
their
multiple
copies?
copies and signed copies because they do specifically talk about like the signature of this on the signatures on this one is like a like something you'll know
Right.
it because the signatures will look like this. Like I didn't
Mm,
think about it until like I read this book where I was like, oh, there are.
yeah. Yeah, I didn't think about it either. Wow, I'm feeling dumb.
But the
Copies before the
hero
copier.
is just like a regular guy. Like he's a free black man living in New York. This is like Reconstruction era. And then he essentially gets blackmailed by this Pinkerton detective, this like racist white lady.
What's Pinkerton?
Pinkertons were like the OG like police. They were like this detective agency across the United States, like
Okay.
historical like 19th century detective agency. I think they actually like still went into like the 20th century. Like I don't know whether they still exist. They might.
And they had women detectives.
But they were begun yeah, yes. They were begun to like I think capture fugitive slaves. I think that was like their
Mm,
initial purpose. So like most of policing in the United States, there's a lot of like racist history. But so he gets blackmailed. She's basically like, I'm gonna like send your dad to jail, like for whatever reason. She's like, I'm gonna fabricate this evidence and like your dad's gonna go to jail. Like if you don't team up with this woman, Raven, who lives
hmm
in Nolans.
Of course.
and is part of a con artist family, a family of con
Mm.
artists who their
Nice,
whole like
nice.
family motto is I protect the family. Like
Mm.
we are conning until we can all pool
Family
together
first.
enough wealth that we have like familial generational wealth and we can like send all our
Mm.
children to like good schools and like have be able to like have them have like the
Mm.
lives that they wanted. Like it's very like
Nice.
but it's very like I protect the family and like they also get
Yeah.
blackmailed. She also gets blackmailed by this Pinkerton lady into like teaming up to like get this copy of the Declaration of Independence back because basically like so they have to pretend to be servants in the home of like a former
Wait,
like
they're trying to get it
Confederate.
back?
Yeah, so like this copy of the Declaration of Independence is owned by like a Confederate like former Confederate guy
Hmm.
who's now like a senator or something. And so they have to like pretend to be servants, like in his like sneak into his home, like pretend to be like married servants, obviously married, and steal like the Declaration of Independence and also figure out how to like outsmart this like racist Pinkerton lady.
Hmm. Why does she want it back?
I think it's like it's been stolen, like
Yeah.
there's you know what I mean, like romance reasons.
She has a
She needs it
client or
back.
something.
She wants
Okay.
to like make
Okay.
her
Absolutely.
career or something. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is a big like get the copy
Right.
of get the Declaration of
Okay.
Independence
Why
back.
does she think that he'd be good at it?
I don't know. I think it's just like who she can blackmail. I forget like exactly what she does. I think she's just like
Or what is his like certain skill set?
I don't know. He's a tailor. I don't think he necessarily
Uh.
has like it's just like a
She's just like, I don't feel like doing this. Let me like hope that someone
yeah,
else can do it better.
she's like, well, I can't pretend to be a servant because I'm a racist white lady, so I have to make
Mm.
these people pretend to be servants. This
Mm.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so it's and but it's very like the con artist family is very they're very
I
like
protect
I
the
protect the
family.
family. Like it's very
Nice.
like
Nice.
but still the Declaration of Independence.
Okay. Perfect. I picked an actual mafia romance,
Yes.
which I actually haven't read that many. So I guess my choice, I guess there might have been a better choice, but Run Posey Run, because it's kind of the whole first half of the book, right? It's like, oh, not exactly father figure, but right there, he's like, oh,
Loyalty.
whatever, like I took you in from the cold and whatever, whatever. And then like, oh, look at yeah, they don't make loyalty like they used to. I'm not to fucking catch you and track you down in this fucking
No one else
middle
will
of
play
nowhere
chess with
town.
me.
Oh yeah, he plays chess. Oh right, that. Oh yeah, isn't it? It's chess. I forgot about that
They
part of
like to
it.
play
Is that really?
games.
That's what it is, right?
He likes to play games with it. She's the only one that's like smart enough to play games with him. And
Mm,
that's
right,
why he
right, right,
likes
right.
her.
Yeah, exactly.
But then the second half of the book is I protect the family. Like the first half is loyal. They don't make loyalty like they used to. And the second half is he's like,
Right,
she's my family and I protect her. Fuckers.
right.
We've done an episode on that, listener, if you want to go give it a listen.
Eldest daughter.
This was one of the ones where I was like, the lyrics could have used an editor.
Mm,
But not even for the necessarily the reasons. Like in the chorus when she's like, I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage, like whatever. Like I was like, I guess that makes sense. Like she started like everybody's so punk on the internet. She's talking about like internet
mm-hmm,
discourse, TM.
mm-hmm,
I was just like, I
mm-hmm.
felt like it didn't need to be in the chorus. I was like, I feel like that could have been a one line and then you didn't need to bring it back in the chorus. But the one that I really hate is where she's like, every eldest daughter was a wolf led or held to the slaughter. So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked fire. I was like, come on.
I don't know. I just feel like if you don't expect like if you don't have like I feel like quote unquote cringy lyrics are like I don't know. I feel like if you're not ready for that, then like
It's they wasn't even because it was cringy. That's why I was saying like
oh
the like I'm not a bad bitch, this isn't savage. I was like fine. I was like I don't hate that. It's literally just it's the fact that like the end it's the we looked fire line is because like the entire lyrical phrase is every eldest daughter was a lamb led to the slaughter so we all dressed up as wolves. Like it's this very like poetic and lyrical and then she like and we looked fire. Like it just it doesn't finish the
which might be the
phrase.
point. I don't know.
Yes,
Like
but
if she's
I don't think she pulls it off. Like even if it's on purpose, I don't think that it
mm,
works, is what I'm saying. Like I think it needed something else.
hmm. What would you put?
I don't like I just I don't know. I just like I don't think it I don't know. It doesn't even and it also doesn't rhyme with wolves.
Why doesn't it need to rhyme with
She
wolves?
doesn't fit the rhyme scheme where she's like, every eldest daughter was a lamb led to the slaughter. So we all dressed up as wolves and we looked, and it should be something that, because she's just in couplets. It
Mm,
just like it's a double like she doesn't do the phrase. Like if she was gonna like
wolves.
jar you like
Mm.
that, I think it should have at least fit the rhyme phrase. You know what I mean? She needed to pick one.
What rhymes with wolves?
I don't know. Then she could have done
I
something
don't
like
know,
that's what I'm
but
saying. Like
I'm trying to think if it would even sound better. That's your opinion.
that's my opinion.
Okay. What did you do for this? Or is it my turn to go first?
Your turn to go first.
I did check and mate.
Of course you did.
Yeah.
So far you've stuck with two authors.
What's all the ones that I've been rereading recently? These are like all the only ones on my mind. But I don't know. Actually thought that it worked really well for that,
Yeah.
right? Why? So I was like, I feel like it really fits. It's like she's the eldest daughter. He's not technically the youngest son, but he's like an only child for all intents and purposes. There's
Yeah.
even like a broken trampoline that keeps getting brought up in the book. It's like the trampoline,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
that is Ellie Hazelwood's chess young adult book for those not in the know.
Yeah. It was
And
good.
she's like
It's good.
left
I
the
like
chess
it.
world because her dad like whatever betrayed her TM.
Yeah. It's a big comeback to the chess world.
Yeah,
She is literally the eldest daughter, extremely parentified eldest daughter.
I had Lothair in there.
Is Lothair the eldest daughter?
No, I'm saying you said I just picked two authors, and I was like, no, I had Lothair too. For
You
more
didn't have
fun.
to pick two. Okay. Yes, you do have Lothair. Well, I did also
Mhm.
then remember that you had Kate C. Wells' Run Posey Run, but otherwise it's been
Right.
Emily Henry or
Yeah.
Allie Hazel.
Right. Right.
Okay, so
Okay.
my first one is A Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. And it's about a girl who has a magical inn with a ragtag found family situation. And she, like, her aunt, her like great aunt who like raised her died when she was like 15 or something. And she brought her back to life, which is a big no-no, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But she like basically like took all her magic, basically. So she doesn't really have
Mm.
any magic left.
Is the Grand Aunt alive or not?
The great aunt is back to life. Like it's fine. It
Like
worked.
actually?
Yes.
Oh.
No, it's not even like a weird zombie thing. Like she's fully back to life. It's
Oh,
just like there are
weird.
consequent. Like that's how like magic works. Like it takes a
Mm-hmm.
lot to bring someone back to life. So she basically lost all her magic.
Okay.
So she's like trying to figure out how to like get it back to like with a replenishing spell or whatever.
Is the
Um,
aunt mad at her?
no.
Oh. Okay.
It's a very like quirky, funny. This is like 10 years later. Like, and she's very much like keeping this in together, taking
Mm.
care of all the found family people plus her aunt.
Is the aunt grateful?
Yes, yes. The aunt is very
Okay.
nice. The aunt is not a villain.
Well, I know, but like, okay, but there's no like consequences for. I mean, I guess there
There's
are
no
consequences, but
consequences
there's
for the,
not like yeah, interpersonal
no, no, no,
consequences.
no, no, no. There is like a rooster that she accidentally also brought back to life at the same time, and the rooster was fully decomposed, so it's just bones. It's just
Mm.
animated bones.
Nice.
And then the guy is like he like comes there because the inn like gives people what they need. Like it invites people to come who like
Oh,
need a
wait. So
found
is the ant like
family.
partially decomposed? How long did she
No,
stay
because she
alive for?
literally just died. She was dead for 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
She'd been dead for 5 minutes and was immediately brought back to
How
life.
long does she get to stay alive for?
Just
Like, what's the
until
limit on her
forever. I have no
mortality?
idea.
How old was she? Did she die of old age? Because like,
I think she died in like her 50s.
oh,
So like she's not young, but yeah, I don't think she like whatever. Anyway, it's
yeah.
very
How
eldest
long does she
daughter.
get to stay alive for? Is she immortal now?
I have no idea, Rachel. Don't you stop asking me these questions. This wasn't explained in the book. It's just a fun little magical book, okay?
Does she get
It's
her
just a
power back?
cozy. I'm not going to spoil it for you, Rachel, because that's literally the plot of the whole book. Is her like trying to figure out how to get her power back. And
Does she have to
also
kill the ant
and
to get her
and
power
also
back?
witch power like politics and social
Hmm.
structure.
Hmm. Does she have to kill her aunt?
I need to talk about the
So is
other
it a
book.
romance or not?
It is a romance. Like I would say it's like a little bit more women's fiction because but there is like a strong romantic like the romantic lead is there. He's there throughout. They have an
He's
HEA.
there.
He is a
Okay.
man. He's there. I don't know what to tell
Hmm.
you. Like
Okay.
it's definitely romantic. Like I don't know if it's like a capital R romance, but like it
Hmm.
has a romance reader would enjoy it.
Okay.
But the book that I'm sorry.
What?
Okay, so the book is called The Wolf and the Wildflower by Stacey Reed. And I was inspired to choose this book by the line in Eldest Daughter that is, quote, every youngest child felt like they were raised up in the wild, but now you're home. And this book, it's a historical, and the hero was lost in the Alaska or like in the Yukon wilderness for 10
He
years.
raised by
And
bears.
he was raised by wolves, Rachel. That's why he's
Nice.
called
Even
the wolf.
better. I
He
thought it
was
was gonna be a
raised by
wolf bear.
wolves, and he was finally
Incredible.
like found by some like random like hunters who like brought him home. He's a
Hmm.
duke. He's a duke who was raised
What?
by wolves.
How did he get to Alaska?
He was like there on a trip with his friend as like a
Wait,
teenager. He was like 18.
and then
He
the
gets
wolves took him
lost.
in?
He like yes, so like the backstory is that he saved like he like sets a trap, captures a wolf puppy in it, but he's like the puppy's so
Hmm.
cute, I can't eat the puppy. So he
Why would he eat
he
the
saves
puppy?
the puppy
Does anyone eat
and well,
wolf?
because he set a trap trying to catch food because he's in the fucking wilderness, Rachel.
Oh, like on purpose? Like he had already gotten lost by that
No, he
point.
got lost. He'd already been lost by that point. He's struggling to survive.
Okay.
He
Okay.
saves this wolf puppy. He doesn't kill it. The other wolves
Spares
are
it.
like, that guy's chill. But he also like the wolf puppy was like injured in some way before then. So he binds up the wolf puppy's wounds and the wolves are like, we like this guy.
Hmm.
He can come home with us. He says, you're coming home with me.
Oh.
And he lives with the wolves. And because he lived with the wolves for 10 years, Rachel, when he comes back,
Does he miss the wolves? That's sad.
he does miss the wolves and he's struggling to adjust. The whole book is him struggling to adjust. So the plot of the book is that the heroine also has a insane backstory. Let me finish telling you about his wolf
She was raised
characteristics.
by
He can
wildflowers.
smell her. Okay, Rachel, he can smell her from like on the other side of doors, like a room away. He can smell her mood changes because he's a wolf. He's a
Of
wolf.
course. But he's not a wolf. 18. Come on. I feel like that's way past that's past your
He
like
was
formative
wolf.
years.
Rachel, he honed
Oh
his
my God.
senses. He can smell her. He can smell her like pheromones.
Doesn't he? Why does he just leave his family? Do the wolves miss him?
I mean, maybe, yeah, I get like he does miss the wolves, but anyway, okay. And then Rachel, they interact because so he has to prove that he's still sane, basically, or
Mm.
they're gonna like commit him to the loony bin.
Mm.
Her father is like a famous like 19th century psychiatrist or like psychologist. This is like 19th like Victorian era.
Okay.
He's like 19, he's like a psychologist. They
Mm.
bring him in to like help the Duke, and she is her
Mm.
father's apprentice. But she's her father's apprentice because we start out the book with this. When she was born, her dad really wanted a boy, but she was born a girl. And the doctor was like, hey, to her mom, you can't have any more kids. And the mom's internal monologue in the prologue is like, but I love my husband so much. And like, he wants a boy so much. I know he's going to want to try again, but I won't survive. So she passes her off as a boy and she's raised as a boy. And because Victorian parents didn't give their kids baths, no one, like, the dad never finds out.
Oh my
And so
God.
she's like 20 something, living as a man.
Does she know she's a girl?
Yes, she was told like yeah, she was told when she was like 10 or something. Like when she started to like grow boobs, they were like, yeah, you're a
Mm.
boy. You're a girl, actually.
Mm.
And so she's like, she's there, and obviously the hero smells her. And he, with his wolfy instincts, he's like, I know that this is a woman. So he's like intrigued by her, and he's like, I want her to be my therapist. Like, I will talk to her or nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how they bond.
Wow.
I won't spoil it for you, but it's
That's
actually an insane.
insane.
And you know what? It's the only that's the kind of shit that you're only getting in historicals. A contemporary would never dare.
No. Do they move back to the wolves?
I don't think so. He does like to sleep outdoors though, and he has a tree
Listen,
house. He has a magical tree house.
if Mrs. Bennett were smarter, she should have pulled that shit.
Yeah. Anyway, How will it resolve? Who knows?
Wow, Mulan from birth. Who knows? I want to know. Tell me.
Well, find out. Read the book. It's available on audiobook.
Oh, okay. Okay. Ruin the friendship.
Am I going first? Okay,
Mhm.
so my first is Here We Go Again by Allison Cochran. I recently had Allison on the podcast, listener. So if you want to listen to that, come on. And but Here We Go Again is it's former childhood friends turned enemies.
Mm.
They have to take their beloved English teacher, like former English teacher, on like a road trip to fulfill his like end of life ambitions. And obviously
Mm.
they fall in love
Obviously.
on the way. What's gonna happen? Who knows? And then also, and they were roommates by Paige Powers, which is very ruin the friendship. So it's about two people who had like a summer camp romance, and then one of them officially transitions into a boy. So they're teenagers. And he is now going to the all boys private school that his former lover that he like ghosted after like dramatic summer breakup. And they have to be roommates. And so he's spending the entire time being like, oh my God, is he going to recognize me? Is he going to out me? Because he's not out to anyone. He's like, are they going to even let me be at this all boys school?
Wait, they
Like,
were at a co-ed summer camp?
yeah.
Okay. Okay. I see.
And now they're roommates.
And they were roommates. Nice. I picked a really basic, predictable people we meet on vacation.
I knew it.
And then I also put Romancing Mr. Bridgerton,
There
which
you go.
is the Penelope and Colin Bridgertons.
Very true. Also about
So
friends to
mostly just
lovers.
their friends to lovers.
Just
Yeah.
friends to lovers. Yeah.
It's
Ruin the
always like, should
friendship.
we ruin the friendship?
The answer is yes. In fact, Taylor Swift says, though, she says, my advice is to ruin the friendship.
Yeah, which is bold advice. I feel like that's not the right call, specifically for men, you know,
Well, I think she's just talking about it from the perspective.
of what?
The fact that her friend is now
I
passed.
know, which is also a weird take. Like that whole song is a little bit like, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It also feels very out of place on the album. Like it feels like it would be a vault
Yeah, but
track.
those songs always feel out of place to me. Like all of her ones that are like that always feel out of
Uh,
place to me. Like I don't know. Like what are the other ones? Like Ronan,
is Ronan even, isn't
Soon
that
You'll
not
Get
a bonus
Better.
track?
It's a bonus track, yeah. Yeah. Soon You'll Get Better. What's the one about Forever Winter?
That's also a bonus track. Is it
Sure.
not? That's what I'm saying. This set felt like it should be a bonus track.
Oh,
Ruin the
okay,
friendship.
okay. Yeah, okay, I see. Yeah, I hear you. Okay, actually romantic. Couldn't really think of like a exact. My first thing that I put for this was like Bridget Jones because I feel like there's a part where she's like, "Why are you so upset? Why are you like following me around or whatever?" And it was, I feel like it was on the edge of my brain, like something that's like has this like flavor to it. But then I was like, honestly, if I can, if there isn't anything perfect, like this would be a good premise for a book. Like,
The hating game.
yeah, you're right. I guess the
I
hating
feel like
game,
enemies to lovers, like
but like specifically this type of like weird, like
are rivals to lovers.
yeah, the weird like bullying is yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like I have so Ladies in Hating by Alexandra Vasti, which I really think you should read. I think you would really like it. It's sapphic rival gothic novelists.
Mm, okay.
And I also had Alexandra on the podcast, listener.
Mm.
But they're literally about it literally like starts with like the one Georgiana being like, "You're copying all my ideas," and like
Mm.
the other one, um, Cat Cat being um, like we're both fucking writing in the same genre. Like there are only so many ideas. We get our ideas like from
Mm.
the newspaper and like our shared childhood. Like chill out.
Or shared childhood,
Yeah,
or just
well,
like that they grew up during the same
Catriona
time.
was a servant at Georgiana's family estate
Mm.
growing up.
Wow. Okay, that does
So,
track. Yeah.
so very excellent. Highly recommend. Very funny too. I also have Cleat Cute by Meryl Winsler, which is about um sapphic soccer players who are rivals. It's a very like Roy Kent and Jamie Tart, but like women. where like
I
one's like the
see. I
old
see.
like
Have you watched all of Ted Lasso? Did you ever finish it?
I
Or
have, I
are you
did.
caught up to date? I feel like I'm
Hmm.
still have like a season to watch. That just reminded me.
There are only three. I think they may be making like
Yeah.
a movie or something or like a fourth season. I've been seeing talk about that.
Okay. Wish list. I have two for this.
Plus dollar signs. You got to put dollar signs.
I actually am realizing that Lothair appears 3 times for me.
Just the gift that keeps on giving.
Okay, you go ahead.
Well, first of all, this song sounds like Glitch, I
Yeah,
realized.
it does. No, I know. We realized that like in the moment, I thought.
Yeah, I know. I'm also sharing it with the listener. I feel like
Yeah.
there's a lot of songs on that this album that like really sound like other songs of
I
hers
was talking to this
specifically.
like mom of one of the kids and she was like I don't know, it was like what it was in front of these kids and I was like, oh, what's your favorite song, or whatever. And she was like, I have a wish list. It makes me love my husband. I was like, so you don't normally like
Okay. I
it
mean,
was
I
like I think she meant it
guess.
in a sweet way. She was like, watch me see my husband like more. But I was like, that is really, really silly phrasing.
But this is the song that's getting heat for being like quote unquote trad wife propaganda.
Whatever. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like it's also, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, what did you pick for it?
My first pick was It Happened One Summer by Tessa
That's
Bailey.
what I put that too. Yeah. I was like, this is perfect. Yeah, that was what I thought of at first too.
This was the one where I was like, I gotta pick a second one because I bet Rachel's gonna do It Happened One
Yeah, because
Summer.
it just fits so well. It's just like his house is so great. Like makes me want to, basically the same
Yeah,
vibe.
like I don't want this glamorous life.
Yeah.
I
No,
just
yeah, I
want
didn't even think of
you.
I didn't even think of the glamorous life part. Well, I mean, I guess I did like
I
subconsciously for
just want to
listening to
like
like,
be in this
yeah.
small town and
Yeah,
have a
with you.
couple
And like you already
kids
have this
that,
nice house set up. Good for you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did
Yeah. That was perfect. Yeah.
you have another one? Was it Lothair? Was
Yes.
the other one Lothair?
From the perspective of look there. I thought it had it right. I also because I thought I had it right once, twice, because he like
Oh,
thinks the whole time that
I
he's
see.
like the fucking demon, the virgin death goddess is actually his.
You know something, Rachel? I've never seen Taylor Swift and Lothair in the same room at the
That's
same
such a great
time.
point. That's such a great
So
point. Listen, well, no one ever sees Lothair in the room, to be fair. He's very good at hiding. Invisibility is one of his talents.
yeah, anyway, yeah. So our did we just discover something? Lothair and Taylor Swift, possibly the same, both blonde,
Yeah.
both blue eyes. Actually, no, Lothair has red eyes now.
Lothair, I feel like we never even introduced Lothair. We have done an episode on it, but it's a
It's a
Lothair, the enemy
two-parter,
of
I think.
olds. The protagonists are Lothair, the enemy of old, a 17,000-year-old vampire, and Ellie,
A girl from
a
Appalachia.
girl on death row from Appalachia.
So very evenly yoked.
But yeah,
Very
exactly.
equal.
Demon possessed on death row from Appalachia. Yeah.
Lothair, biggest diva on the planet.
Hmm.
Ellie will not put up with anyone's shit.
Yeah.
Like
Is possessed by a virgin death goddess.
sleeps with a sawed-off shotgun under her pillow. Like this is the
Hmm.
vibe. This is
What's the
the vibe.
purpose of it being sawed off? What does that do again?
I think it like it's more powerful.
Because doesn't a
Because it
shotgun
doesn't
already
slow
inherently spray the
down.
bullets? Oh, like the rebound is less.
I don't I it's more powerful. It's a more like
Okay.
oomph.
Why did they ever make it longer? Yeah. I know that it sprays. Does it spray the bullets farther or
Well,
something?
because
'Cause I
it's
know
yeah,
the
it's probably
shotgun
not as
spray.
accurate when it's
Yeah.
sawed off, but like
Hmm. Yeah.
it's more
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, I think it happened one summer really hits us on the nail on the head.
Yeah. And then I also have When a Scot Ties the Knot by Tessa Dare. Sorry.
Explain.
Because the plot of that is that she makes up a fake fiance. So that she does because she just like doesn't want to deal with the social season. So she's like, actually, I'm engaged
Mm.
and he's in the army. So like we can't get married
Hmm.
yet. But I'm writing him all
He
these
goes to another
letters. And she
school.
spends like 10 years literally making like fake letters.
Mm. So wait, how does the like actual hero get involved?
Okay, so she's been sending it to someone named like, like Colonel Logan Mackenzie or whatever. And but it ends up going there is a guy named Logan Mackenzie, but he's like a captain. He's just a different rank, but it's the same name. So the letters end up getting delivered to
Mm,
him, and he's just reading these letters.
he hasn't been responding.
Well, no, because he knows that she's making it up. Because like her first letter was like, "I'm making this up. Like you're just made up."
Mm,
Like, so finally, after like 10 years, she's like, "Okay, I just gotta kill him off. Like he has to die tragically, and then I have to be like so grief
oh,
stricken that like I'm
yeah.
just never gonna get married." So she kills him off, and he's like, "Are you like fuck this?" He's like really sad about it. And then her like wine aunt, like she inherits a
Mm,
castle from her wine aunt.
nice.
And she goes and lives in the castle, and then he shows up and he's like, "Honey, I'm
I'm
home."
home.
But it's very much like, I just want you, because she's like a bot. She like draws, she does illustrations for like nature books, like nature science
Mm,
books.
mhm,
But the book at the end, this is a little bit of a spoiler, listener, but I already did an episode on this, so you can listen to that. But she
mhm,
like leaves to go to the Caribbean. He's like, "You have to go, like pursue your dreams. Like
Give
go
me the
do this, like
house.
this project. Like I'll be waiting for you." You know what I mean? Like come back.
Mm.
Um and then she's like, it's very like tangled, like you're my new dream. Like I just want
Oh.
you or whatever. She like comes back.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Okay.
So it was
Nice.
very wish list. So it was very long. When it's got tested now is great. Highly recommend. All right, Wood,
Okay.
the song that everyone hates.
Why? Listen to the clean version. It's like better even.
I don't even need the clean version. Grow up.
No,
It's
I
a
know, but
silly
it's like
little
gayer.
song. Just
I
it's
know,
a
I
silly
agree. I
little
agree with
song.
you.
Grow the
I
fuck
agree with
up.
you. I agree.
Stop. Don't be a child.
Yeah.
It's silly.
Okay.
It also sounds like Jackson 5, the Jackson 5, I Want You Back.
Well, yeah, of course. Literally. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, you realize father figure. I feel like there's a lot of these are sampled, if not possibly like,
possibly. I feel like most of them. Yeah.
yeah. What book did you?
All right. So my first was Mr. Impossible by Loretta Chase, it's basically The Mummy. It's Mummy. It doesn't
In
have
book form
any
without a mummy.
it's explicitly inspired by the Mummy.
Oh,
Like
okay.
it is
Okay.
openly inspired by the Mummy. It was written like
Nobody's
a
hiding
year
the
after the
ball.
Mummy came out.
Nice.
There's no like supernatural element, but it's like
Sad.
Egypt. So I mean, this was written in like 2001, so listener, like be cautious because there are some like colonial,
Wow, I didn't realize
like
the Mummy had such fans at the time it came out. I thought it was like a sleeper agent.
the Mummy is just
I
like
guess it obviously
classic.
did. There's like a whole ride and
Yeah, yeah. And they made like four sequels, but it's very much like himbo man, silly himbo man, and very smart, competent woman have shenanigans and adventures
we
in
love to see it.
Egypt. My second one is The Deal by Elle Kennedy.
The Deal, is that like an actual euphemism for dick? Or is that just like from Modern Family?
No, that's just, I think, from the Modern
Because like
Family.
now that you're saying deal, like
No, The Deal is, I mean, it may be, I don't know. It's a college hockey romance. It's getting a Amazon series. Like they're like
what does
halfway
that
through
mean?
filming. Like they like
Oh, I didn't
it's
know
like being
Amazon.
adapted.
Of course they do. Of course they do. Okay.
Amazon, yeah, Prime does. I mean, My
Of
Lady Jane,
course.
the book, the show that I kept telling you to watch that got tragically canceled. Yes, The Deal by Al Kennedy. It's a hockey romance. The heroine, I mean, there is a trigger warning for that. The heroine is a survivor of sexual assault when she was in high school. And their deal, one might say, is that she has like hang-ups with sex like since then, like she's obviously
Mhm.
gets PTSD, and he has to help her be more comfortable with sex and men with his magic dick. I mean, it's more
Nice.
complex. It's
His
handled,
deal, some would
I felt
say.
like it was handled in a very like, you know,
Mature way. Yeah.
mature way. Like it wasn't like trivial. It wasn't
Yeah.
literally like magic dick, but like
Nice.
their deal is like she has a crush on a boy and like doesn't know, is just like really like struggling with how to like articulate this. And he's like, tutor me in this class or whatever. And like it's a college hockey romance. It's great. I actually love that whole
Nice.
series. Like it's one of the few series that like have been really popular on like Book Talk or whatever that like I actually am like, you know what? Yeah. Hell
What do you
yeah.
mean one of the few? I feel like there's a bunch though. You're like,
No, no. I mean, there's a bunch. Like, obviously, like Emily Henry, Allie Hazelwood, like
right.
hit it out of the
Yeah.
park every time.
Us Planet Barbarians.
Yes. Yeah, I'm not saying like, but there have
Yeah.
also been some that I've read and I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
There
like
some
how
that
did
like I
this?
had read like just because I had heard of them separately, and then I like have seen people like been like, oh my God. And I'm like, what? That book was so like mid, like it was so whatever.
Okay, so mine for this, although I just thought of another one as you were talking, but Breaking Dawn Part One.
What the fuck? Oh my God.
I feel like it
Oh
needs
my
no
God.
explanation. I feel like that
No, I mean it
fits
doesn't.
perfectly. Am I wrong? You're gonna look at me and
No,
tell me that I'm wrong.
I
And I realize
mean,
that part one, like, it applies only to the movies, but I just feel like you get what I'm saying. Certainly not once Jacob Black starts narrating, but
oh no.
it's part one and part three if we were to split up into third acts, because they're like
Yeah, part three. 'Cause she
hanging out
is
with their baby,
also,
who's gonna be a baby for 2 weeks.
yeah, hey,
And they're
my
like,
super
fuck this
fast
shit.
growing baby. I'm actually gonna spend half my time fucking in the woods. You know what?
My
Valid.
immortal life, half of my immortal life. Listen, instead of watching her sleep, yeah. Listen.
Valid.
Anyway, the other one I just I don't know that I would have like connected this directly to the song, but like if I'm riffing off of like what you said, the book that you said, like it reminds me of The Kiss Quotient also by I can't remember her name, but
Helen Huang.
Helen Huang. Yeah, because this a very similar like I mean kind of similar to what you're saying, except it's like an escort and like a 35-year-old autistic woman, or maybe she's like 20. I don't know how old she is, but you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
And then she's healed by the power of his magic dick.
exactly. He's
You
like
know
a
what?
male
Valid.
escort trying to support make money for his family,
Because
his
of his
mom
shitty
and
dad or
sisters, because
whatever.
of his shitty dad, which like, yeah, what a theme. It's kind of like checkmate if you think about it. So in a way, it could also fit for wish for what did I say for eldest daughter?
I don't know.
Okay.
Which song had an Allie Hazelwood wreck? Let me think.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Canceled. Exclamation point.
Canceled.
I really like
This
this
one's
one.
also fine. Oh, you really like this song?
Yeah.
I like the like tune of it, but the song itself, I'm like,
Why? What do you mean? I thought you all you
um.
listened to was the tune.
Well, I told you for right now. I specifically, I did listen to some of the
Why don't you like
lyrics.
the song?
I think I just, I guess I just struggle with and maybe this makes me more on the side of the haters. I don't hate it. I'm just like Taylor Swift, you're not an underdog anymore. So like writing songs about how you're an underdog is just silly. It
What?
just feels very silly
It's not being an
and
underdog.
not
I
in a
feel like you're
fun
totally, I feel
way.
like it's the same way that people were like, oh, well, I don't even remember this, but apparently it did. I literally like don't remember this happening at the time, but apparently it did that people were like, oh, look what you made me do is like Republican propaganda or something, just because like
Oh
people were
no.
making videos. I feel like that's the same. I saw like one
No.
video kind of saying that was canceled before I started like skipping all of them. I was like, you guys are so dope. It's literally like, well, let me explain in the context of the books that I picked.
Okay. Thank you. I took the
So
song very literally in my book racks.
Well, so first I said Love on the Brain just because there's like that part where she gets canceled TM and like where like the guy where guy impersonates her and he's like he goes on her what would Marie do Twitter account and he's
Oh,
like
I don't remember that happening in the book. I believe
yeah
that
no
that
it happens
happens.
it happens she gets like remember there's that whole like subplot of like they're trying to
Yeah,
get
no,
rid of
I
the GRE or whatever
understand.
like that dumb
Yeah.
thing and then like someone like the CEO or whatever, like the big shot in the GRE company, like the test prep
Yeah,
company,
sure.
is
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
she messaged me and offered me money, basically tried to blackmail me into like saying good things about us or
It's
whatever.
all coming back to me now.
Yeah, and then she's like canceled TM for a hot second, but like he stands by her or whatever, like
Yeah.
because he's like secretly her internet friend. Because there's also like the you got mail element or whatever, like
Yes.
right,
Yes.
okay.
The plot of
And
the
then the
book is
other
coming back to
one
me.
I picked was Great Big Beautiful Life, and I think it fits the best for that.
You already said Great Big Beautiful
I
Life.
know. I said that's why I picked another.
Okay.
I said the other one I picked, and I feel like it fits better. I feel like Great Big Beautiful Life fits better for this than for Elizabeth Taylor because there's that whole thing about how she's like, how like I don't know how recently you read this, but like she's her husband was like Cosmo, whatever, like Elvis basically.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, I like grew up in this life, but like he was like lived a normal life and then he became famous. So he like
Yeah.
never quite wrapped his head around like ignoring what people
Yeah.
say. And I feel like when I was listening to this, I was like, I feel like Taylor's in the same state. If that's like a real phenomenon, then like she definitely has that. And I feel like I don't know. I remember like when I was for whatever, like my minor claim people TikTok videos. I remember how like upset we would get when we would get negative comments and we'd be like arguing with people and like letting it like raise our blood
You, what do you
pressure.
mean we?
Okay,
You.
fine,
I would
me,
tell
whatever.
you to
You
stop
were involved.
engaging. I would tell you to stop
Well, right. And I
engaging,
eventually learned that
Rachel.
lesson and now I like couldn't care less. But I feel like it's like the same thing. It's like if you like don't have the ability to like separate your like public persona and like what people think about you, then it's just like all of like silly. And I feel like that's her thing. That's her like realizing that. I feel like she's like, oh, all this like whatever, like all the like stupid shit she lists. She's like, oh, it doesn't actually matter, whatever. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, let me again, let me just emphasize that I was the one I was telling you. You would be like, "Look at these people." I'd be like, "Rachel, just don't engage. Just be like, "Thank you for the engagement on the video," and then leave it alone." I was like, "Stop arguing with people on the internet."
I know. Okay, I know.
Don't say we.
You were definitely part of this for a second.
I was like, let's drag these people in the group chat and then not argue with them on the internet because that's
Well,
what you
still, but like
should
giving them
do. You
any
reserve
like
it
ban,
for the group
yeah,
chat.
yeah. Listen.
See, I agree with you. I think that that's what she's saying. I don't think that she's actually there yet. I think she likes to
No,
think
I
that
don't think
she's
she's
there
actually there
yet.
yet either. Of course, she's not there yet. And it might just be a personality. It might not be like something that everyone is capable of like
Yeah, I
getting
don't think she's
to.
capable of. I think
Yeah.
she likes
Yeah.
she likes the fight a
But I
little
think
bit.
it is a really, I don't know if she likes it. I think it's more just like like a, yeah, like a personality, like a, I don't know, like a, and I don't know that anyone's like 100% capable of it, but I think it's like really important to keep in mind. And if you can do it with like more things, because I feel like there are still things like in my real life that I would like have that. Like when I was reading that What Would Marie Do thing, I got that like panicky feeling of like feeling like a bug
Mm.
trapped under glass, you know? And I feel like
Hmm.
I could still like experience that. But like I feel like the more and more you can become detached from like the opinions of people
Hmm.
that like you don't actually, not even that don't know you, but that you don't really
You don't
have
care
to
about their
interact with,
opinion.
that you don't need have to care about their opinion. Like they're not like literally the people you see every day. Like the
Hmm.
better, you know. Anyway, that's my
Hmm.
that's my wisdom for the day.
Thank you. That was
You're
really
welcome.
wonderful, Rachel. Thank
Insightful.
you.
Thank you.
My two songs are both about people being canceled. They're just very I
Okay.
so
Okay.
my first one is Love is a War Song by Danica Nava, who was also on the podcast listener. And it's about a woman who is a pop star who is she's I think she's Muskogee in the book.
What
She's
is
a Native American,
hmm.
but she wasn't raised in the culture. And she does like a music that she has like a pop, her one of her songs goes viral. She has a song, she does like a music video where she's like, wearing a headdress. Like it's a very like stereotypy, like racist kind of music video. She gets canceled because people like find out she's not actually like enrolled in the tribe. They're like, you're, you know what I
Hmm.
mean? Like you're not actually like whatever. She has to, it's very Hannah Montana movie. She's got to go back to her grandmother's ranch on the reservation and like get back to her roots
Hmm.
and like fall in love with the like the horse hand. Like it's very Hannah Montana.
Hmm.
It's very Hannah Montana movie.
Very
But
nice.
she gets canceled and like, reconnects with like what it's like to be an indigenous woman, like joins the tribe, like actually.
Hmm.
And then the other one is Sex, Lies, and Sensibility by Nikki Payne, which, as you might guess, is a Sense and Sensibility retelling
Nice.
about sisters who the one sister has like a sex tape. She's like a social media like star, and her sex
Hmm.
tape gets leaked and she gets like fully canceled. Their dad dies. Their super rich dad dies at his funeral. They find out that he had a second family, or that they
Of
were the second
course.
family. They find out that
Ooh.
they're the second family.
Wow.
And so from their dad, the only thing they inherit from him is this like rundown old hotel in like Maine, in kind of like a Bar
Wow.
Harbor area. And
Hmm.
she goes there and she meets the hero. And the hero is also, I didn't even realize this connection. He's also indigenous. And he's been like using the hotel, just like basically like squatting as his like
Nice.
tour guide headquarters, like just for fun. And then they're like, get
Like
off
a
our
king.
land. And he's like, the
Squatters'
irony.
rights.
Uh,
He's like,
yeah.
what?
He's like, the irony of you
Let me
telling
cut
me to
you a
get off your
deal.
land.
Let me cut you a deal.
But obviously, yeah, they fall in love. And it made me realize because she has another book called Pride and Protest, which is obviously Pride and
Hmm.
Prejudice, and this is in the same universe. And I was recently reading Nikki Payne's her most recent book called The Princess and the PI, And which is also in this universe because they mention the like girl from Sex Lies and Sensibility. They're like,
Mm.
oh, like he used to really like her, but like now she's off like in like Maine, like living like a weird like domestic life or whatever. She like
Mm-hmm.
went and
Mm-hmm.
like married some guy. But Princess and the PI, I realized is canonically it's about Mary Bennett, except he's Maurice Bennett. Like he's the hero of that book.
Oh.
So
Oh.
justice for Mary Bennett. I was like, I realized halfway through, I was like,
Oh.
wait,
Wow, the creativity. I would never have thought to do Maurice as the male version of Mary, but like that makes complete sense. Okay.
all right,
Okay,
honey.
honey.
Does the intro remind you, the intro like piano, it feels like Cardigan or like something from folklore.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I see it for sure.
And
Yeah,
then
for sure.
also the line, it also reminds me, there's also a part that sounds a lot like London Boy.
What part? I believe
The
you.
part in London Boy where she's like Stella, take it to da Stella McCartney, like that
Oh,
part. And then it's the line that's
mm,
like, take it to the floor, give me more, by the paint in the color of your eyes or
yes,
whatever. Like
eyes, and
it's like
beautiful
exactly, I
furnace.
feel like the
Yeah. I see
Stella
it. Yeah,
McCartney from
yeah,
London Boy.
yeah.
She really said, I can sample myself for free.
Well, right. Listen, somehow
Valid.
that's not true. Like somehow
Well,
that's not
it
true,
is if
right?
you own
Like,
your masters,
well,
and
but
she does for a lover.
don't. Well, but like, don't other like if you have multiple writers on something, don't they get royalties?
Yeah,
Like, how does that
probably.
work? So would you have to like give royalties to like other
Yeah,
people?
probably.
Like
Like,
unless you're
probably.
unless it's just on one of
Sure,
some of the
yeah.
songs that she's like co-written
Yeah.
or sole authored, whatever.
Yeah, but she doesn't have to like pay because I feel like you also have to like you have to pay to sample it and then you also have to
Mm-hmm.
give royalties. Like she doesn't have to, I feel like have to do the initial 'cause she owns the
Mm.
masters.
Mm. Okay, so the first book I put for Honey was Lothair from the perspective of Lothair. This was the first song I put Lothair for that I kept thinking of other.
Okay.
And I was picturing this reaction from you, but even more so because it would be the first time I said it. But then the other one that I didn't even think of, Callie pointed this out to me, like on first listen. She was like, "Oh my God, I think Taylor like must know what we're doing, like what we're listening to, because we were reading The Hating Game at the time, and the paint and the color of your eyes, come on."
Oh,
And then when I
you
started
did
thinking about it,
text
I
me
was
about
like,
that.
honestly, the whole song kind of works because the whole time he's like calling her shortcake and stuff, and she thinks it's an insult, but like it's not, and like
It's not. It's
you
strawberry
know,
shortcake
it's
because
because
he
he
owns a
really, yeah.
strawberry
Well,
farm.
but he likes the strawberry farm. It's not like,
Yeah, the
making fun of it.
strawberry
It's not actually like
empire.
derogatory. It's like he's like, no, I
Yeah.
fucking love strawberries and like whatever.
It's like in Deep End where he calls her
Hmm.
troll, but that's because trolls are cute
Yeah.
little like Swedish whatever.
Right. Yeah. Oh, I had Deep End for one of these, but then I switched it out for something else. I
Yeah.
can't remember what. Yeah.
I suspected that you were going to suggest at least one Allie Hazelwood, so I avoided Allie Hazelwood's.
Oh, interesting.
Like I made a conscious decision because I
Yeah.
suspected I was like there's a
I
if
still would
I
want to know
pick
which
one
ones
it's
you
gonna
thought would fit.
overlap. I don't
Yeah.
know. Yeah. Okay, so I did This Could Be Us by Kennedy Ryan, which is it's like she's like an older hero. I think she's like in her 40s, but she's like very much like a I don't need no man. I can be independent, but like I like when you do this. She's like I like when, you're taking care of
Around.
me, whatever. And then
Mm-hmm.
also Part of Your World by Abby Jimenez because it's very
Nice. Yeah, that fits.
everyone looks down on her like patriarchy,
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah. It took me way too long to. Well, I don't even think I came and made the connection by myself. I think I like Google or you said it or something. But the other book that she wrote, where she's the travel nurse and it takes place in like the same town or whatever, and like Neil reappears, like the mom, her
Oh
like
yes,
toxic
where it's like
mom, and then like it
her
turns out
brother, his brother, yeah.
right the
Just for the
the
summer, I
hero part of her
think.
world is like her half brother that she didn't know about.
Yeah.
Insane.
Yeah, Abby really was
Yeah.
like throwing all the spaghetti
Neil.
at the wall. Like with that. She really said, you want an Abby
Connection.
Jimenez cinematic universe, you got it.
You got it. Okay.
I hate the life of a showgirl. You know how I said that I had Lothair? Well,
For this one?
Because I just felt like spiritually Lothair is a showgirl.
Listen, so true. I feel like
Lothair is a
Lothair could be
showgirl.
you want a book that really pulls together every song, past and present, not just in this album, but
This whole album,
Lothair
again,
has something for
I have
everyone.
never seen, I'm not saying Lothair and Taylor Swift are the same person, but I have never seen them in the same room. So
He makes his money being pretty and witty.
if they ever adapt Lothair, Taylor Swift, may I suggest that you get back into acting?
I feel like she's always trying. She never misses a shot.
I just feel like it's so, he's also so cat-like, and that really, I feel like
Hmm.
it would speak to her, you
Yeah, I
know?
agree. I agree. Well, then who's to say that yeah, again,
She could play, she plays herself.
exactly.
Taylor Swift as herself as Lothair. That's how the credits gonna go.
Yes. Okay, I picked Great Big Beautiful Life once again for this,
Fab,
which,
wonderful,
which just fits,
appropriate.
right? Because it's just like very like, yeah, like Evelyn Hugo or whatever, but like as a romance
Yeah,
book, which I guess it kind of is. It's a romance book. I guess we could just put Evelyn Hugo. I feel like it fits.
for a lot of these, yeah.
Hmm.
I also
Hmm.
put Well Actually by Maisie Eddings, which is,
Hmm.
do you know the chicken shop date girl? It's like one of those food influencer
Mm-mm.
things where
The
like
chicken shop?
celebrities comes, they have like a chicken shop date where they eat chicken and discuss, kind of like Hot Wing, you know what I mean? Like that sort of like food
Mm.
interview
Is it
thing.
like it's like a British thing?
She's
Is a chicken
British, but
shop like
it's
a
she does
British
like a lot
thing?
of people. It's like
But is a
it's
chicken
I like
shop like
I've
a
seen
British
it.
thing?
I guess.
Like you eating 40, what kind of chicken?
It
Fried
feels like a
chicken?
KFC situation.
Okay, okay. Very popular and
She's British, but she also had a it wasn't actually from the chicken shop date, but the first time she interviewed Andrew Garfield on a red carpet, and they're like very
mm,
flirty, and she was like
Spider-Man.
very like starstruck.
Mm.
Yeah. And then he like eventually went on chicken shop date. Anyway, well actually maybe the
Then he eventually
Eddings
what? Oh, went on a chicken shop date. Okay.
for like an interview for like promoting his movie or whatever.
Uh-huh. Spider-Man.
This book, well actually,
Well,
is
actually,
inspired by that. It's basically fan fiction for that specific scenario, that like five
interaction.
minute
That's
clip.
nice.
Because she is a host of like a hot dog eating show that interviews celebrities.
Wow. Oh, the author is?
No, the main character, the
Oh,
heroine,
okay,
the
okay, okay.
heroine.
Nice. A hot dog eating show.
And
Nice.
he's like a TikTok famous, like, I don't know, like male feminist, something, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
But yeah, they fall in love. And she's very much like a showgirl, like talented, but also they're like, you're a fraud, like you're not really a talented, whatever. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're not as talented as you think you are, or whatever. Yeah. Or like,
Yeah,
mm,
but mostly Lothair because he is a showgirl.
he really is though, huh?
Classic.
What I'm getting from this is yeah, everyone should read Luther. Get Cressley Cole on here.
I love that. Cresley, do you want to come on the podcast? Everyone tag. That's it. Overall thoughts on the album. Is it in your top or your bottom Taylor Swift albums?
I feel like it's gonna come to be I feel like it's gonna come to be vindicated from its low start in the general public rankings because there's a bunch of fake hoes out here. It's gonna be like Reputation where everyone's like at the time was like, "Rah, rah, rah, it's not good." And then give it like
Hmm.
5 years and everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, it's my favorite album. It's always been my favorite album."
I like it better than Midnight. Midnight's.
Really?
Midnight's was like
I
very,
don't
I
know
was
that I
like,
would say
okay.
that. I like there were a lot more midnights that like right off the bat I was like this is like suck, like Second Man. You didn't like Midnights?
No, Midnight's was fine. It was fine.
No, I really like
I wasn't
Midnights.
blown there. I really wasn't blown away.
I was.
There are also songs that I hate on Midnight's that are just like not good.
What? Take that back. Are you just rating it on your squeak scale?
Okay, no. Based on the squeaks, though, I will say she did like lure me into a false sense of security with the Tortured Poets department because there were no squeaks on that album. And then she
Really?
came roaring back with the squeaks on this album. But no,
Mm.
there are songs on Midnights that I don't like Maroon. Don't like
Are
that
you
song.
kidding? What's wrong with
I know a
you?
lot of people love that song.
That's you're
I
wrong
don't
for
like
that.
that
That's a wrong
song.
opinion. That's a wrong opinion.
I don't like it. What are some other
That's
songs that I'm
you're
like,
just wrong for that. That's like one of her best songs ever, in my
yeah,
opinion.
I know a lot of people think that.
You're wrong for that. Give it some listens.
It's just not for me. I also don't really like Midnight Rain.
You're wrong for that.
Okay. Well, that is your opinion. Would this be in the top half of your rankings or the bottom half?
I don't know. It's hard to say. I don't even know that I could like rank albums. Like I can tell you my like probably like favorite albums, but like I don't know. It just changes like depending on my mood.
But you definitely
But
have albums.
I do think that just mark my words, this will be vindicated in the popular culture in due time.
Hmm.
Because I remember the day Reputation came out, someone telling me that they were like, "Oh, the lyrics just like whatever aren't that good." And I was like, "You're just wrong for that.
Oh, I didn't care about the lyrics.
You just don't you just like can't read."
There.
I don't know what I'll say, and I guess this is going to be controversial for all the like little bitches who like
uh,
only started listening to her and during COVID, but like I definitely like this album more immediately than like Folklore or Evermore. Like both of those took way longer to grow on me. And now I
hmm.
like both of them, but I had to like, really commit and like give those a lot of listens before I was like, oh, this is something I'd like want to listen to over, on repeat
Hmm.
for a lot of the songs on there.
I Folklore and Evermore. I think I started listening to Folklore and I was like, this is boring because I just don't really like Cardigan that much. And then I didn't listen to the rest of the album and I didn't listen to the other ones. And then when I finally like sat down and did, I was like, oh, I like a lot of these songs.
Right, exactly. It took like more of an effort. But yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what do you think? That's a hot take coming in with the midnight take, but where would this go in your
But
top
Midnight's
half,
was
bottom
just like
half?
fine. It was just very mid. It's very mid.
Dang, that's really
It's in the
bold.
title.
That is a bold take.
I
Well,
just I
how
don't
would
know
you?
what to
Okay,
tell
fine.
you.
What would be your top? What's your favorite album? I don't even know.
I don't know if that I have a favorite album. I mean if we're judging it on the voice squeak scale, the only album with no voice squeaks is this Tortured Poems
That's
department.
crazy.
All right, Rachel. Um,
Okay.
fourth year of the podcast, I'm gonna ask you what's your cat scale?
You said you don't do Catskill anymore.
We do for this.
Betrayal. Well, my cat is right here. He has asthma, we finally figured out.
I thought you figured that out a while ago.
We did, but this year we figured this out. And he's much less wheezy, makes me, and has like way more energy after we do his mask, which makes me feel really
Aww.
guilty. I know. So yeah, if your cat's wheezy, get him died. Just push for the asthma, and then you can get the meds for cheap online because they're like $200 a month otherwise. We also got a butt shaver the other day, finally, for the random times he decides to poop on his butt and not groom it for hours.
Classic.
Which he doesn't realize this, but it's going to be a huge improvement in his quality of life. I don't know if that answers your question. Cat scale for the year? I don't
That
know.
doesn't, yeah, tell me about your butt shaver does not answer the
Well, what
question.
do you want me? What criteria? Okay, well, what criteria do you want me to
No, I'm asking you about the cat scale, Rachel. I'm asking you what your
for
cat
the
scale
year?
is.
But what criteria do you want me to use?
I don't know, Rachel. What criteria have you used in the past? Would you like to know what your cat skills have been in the past?
10,000 out of one.
No. Okay. So our first year, your cat scale was 1,000. Our second year, it was 2,000. And last year, our third year, it was 30,000.
Wait, what was my second year?
2,000. And instead of doing 3,000 last year, you did 30,000.
Nice. Good for me.
So what are you doing for the fourth year, Rachel?
400,000, obviously.
Jesus Christ.
Shouldn't we say it at the same time? I guess the cat's out of the bag on this one.
And mine, as always, I'm sticking to the actual scale is 10. 10, 10.
You've definitely said like 11 out of 10 for things before.
All right, anyway, Rachel, do
Mhm.
you remember where they can find us?
Well, Allison, they can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at We Read It One Night.
Nope, not
On
Twitter.
Instagram, not Twitter, on TikTok.
And Threads. You can find us everywhere. We read it one night. You can email me, we read it right at gmail.com. You can let me know if there are any guests that you would
That you
like
want to
on,
see.
that you want to see, or any topics you would like me to cover. Thanks for listening. Thanks for sticking around for 4 years. Rachel, we'll see you again in a year, probably, unless Taylor Swift releases another album before that. I know, maybe we'll talk about the Taylor Swift wedding whenever it comes.
Okay.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to leave me a rating and review.
Godspeed, comrades.
Godspeed.